KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers and simmers and pilots who might enjoy something retro once in a while. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to the world tour of SubLogic Flight Simulator 2 for the Commodore 64. Yes, here we are. We are in Illinois, I think. I think it's Illinois. Doesn't exactly tell me. Moline. We're in Moline. Yeah, it is Moline. Okay, so Moline / Quad City. We're at the Quad City Airport. It's KMLI. Sounds like a radio station. And we're going to be heading to Iowa City, I believe, is our next stop. What we're going to do is, let me see if first I want to see if what I am looking for is on this map. It's going to be close to Cedar Rapids, I can tell you that. Cedar Rapids University. Iowa City Municipal is where we're going. Aha, here we go. Alright. Sorry, you can't see anything, but like, what are you looking at, man? Okay. That's what I'm looking at. So here we are, Quad City, and we are going here. Not too far at all. Should not take us very long to get there. I think if we were to, let's see, we got two, we zoom in here. Looks like we got a runway going this way and a runway going this way. Probably the best thing, I think, would be to take this 270 radio from Quad City and just go straight out this way. And the port city, maybe not. I would say maybe Cedar Rapids. That might be the better one. If we were to catch the vector, let's see. Not there. What is that? 15. So 155? Maybe 15? No? 15? Yeah. 155 or 154 should give us about an intersection right about there. Right about there. And if we can turn due north or something like that, we should hopefully get somewhat lined up with whatever runway that is there. Of course, you know how it is so far. We're having trouble trying to line up on any runway. I think we've managed to do it a couple of times, but oh, all right. So, not that far, but we're going to be adding a challenge here. And what kind of challenge is that going to be? Well, we're going to be adding some weather. That's what we're going to be doing. Wow, that's zoomed in a lot. A lot more than what I was expecting. But that's okay. Okay, so this is the current weather for Moline Quad City. I pulled this up. Here's the meter stuff. But here it is. So we've got winds, 8 knots at 90 degrees. Well, we're going to have a crosswind. So you know what? We're going to need to take... We'll go back to that. Hold on. So this map, we're going to need to come this direction, I think. Or better, yeah, no. Let's head into the wind. So we're not getting thrown into the runway. Let's change Davenport. Ooh, here we go. We'll use the Davenport VOR here. And what is that? 270. If we take it about 268, that should get us like right there. And we'll use, if we use Quad, should we use Quad City or use Cedar Rapids? Let's use Cedar Rapids. And a 120, give us an intersection right around here. That'll give us a good indication of where we're at. And we can line up. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right. We're going to head into the wind, so we're not being blown across the runway. We're, blown forward into it. This will help us, I hope. But we have 3 layers of clouds. Look at this, 900 feet. Broken clouds, 2,900, and overcloud deck at 1,000. Some data might be inaccurate. And light rain, although we can't do rain in Flight Simulator. So, we are going to go ahead and enter that in here. So we're going to hit E for this. Okay, we get 2 layers of cloud levels. So that first one was like 900 above ground level, which does not give us a whole lot of let's not do that. That's kind of silly. The overcast was at 10,000. So we'll say tops of 12,000. Well, it's above ground level, which ground level is about 500. So we'll say 12. Yeah, no, we'll say 1,200. 12,000. And this is 10,000 above ground level, so 10,500. Another 0 there. All right, cloud layer 1 is 2,900 feet above ground level. So plus 500, 600 is 3,500. And we will we'll make it a thin layer. Since it's broken clouds, we'll make it a thin layer. So we'll put 4,000 here. 3,500 here. I have no idea what to put for winds, so I'm not going to worry about that. We'll put surface winds here, 8 knots. Degrees, 90. I do need to put my altitude for the surface wind. Otherwise, it's not going to know. And what is our altitude for Iowa City Municipal? Let's see. 663 is our... We'll say 665. Okay. Seems good. You know what I think I'm going to do too? Is I'm going to do the reliability factor again. And I'm going to change it to 99. Because I just realized that what we can do is that if something really major happens, like one of the bad things happens, where the whole plane just goes haywire, we'll just roleplay and just say, oh, we fixed it on the plane. Whereas other things, it's kind of like, oh, well, we don't have a replacement for that. Or we could just say it was a miracle or something. It's like, oh, a miracle happened. All right. Hit E. Well, that kind of moved us over here by... I hate when it does that. So we have our cloud layer now, which is just gray. And now we're going to set our nav radios. What are we doing again? Davenport 113.8. We'll set that up as 4 number 2. 113.8. Perfect. Two 6/8. Cedar Rapids, we were setting for 120, I believe. And Cedar Rapids was 117.6. That clicking sound is really annoying. 117.6. Okay, our radios are set. Altimeter is adjusted. Magnetos are on. Magneto. Tune in to ATIS here. Which runway are you having us take off from? Landing on departing runway 12. Huh. Let's see. Go. I'm trying to decide which way. Runway 12. I think we're looking at it. I just had this funny thought. Trying to use this on VATSIM. Pilot, where are you? What simulator are you using? Commodore 64? What? What do you mean Commodore 64? It's supposed to be runway 12, but this looks like runway 13. Yeah, this is runway. My goodness. Well, we overshot that. There's a blue thing over there. What is that, a tower? Okay, we are set to go. Let's go! Oh, yep. Set our trim up a little bit, and we are going. We are airborne. And I'm really curious what that blue thing is. Want to go fly by it and just see if it is actually like a building, or is it just a blue stick? What is it? Inquiring minds want to know. It could be something important, because we may never see this again. Matter of fact, probably never will see this again. Unless that's a river. One way to find out. Oh, come on, I'm zooming out. There's got to be something. There we go. I got a clue. there something at Quad City what we should know? Is there some type of landmark or something? Maybe it's just a beacon? Probably turns out to be nothing. We'll just go by it. It'll just be a blue stick. Doesn't seem to be anything else interesting around here. The blue stick approaches. There is something, you see it? There's something blue right here. What is it? What is it? What is that thing? Is that a rate? Well, we're heading out at like 154. We'll have to do this on the other simulators and see if this is actually a thing. I'd be very interested to see if this is actually a thing in the other simulators. If this is supposed to resemble something, I don't know. So I wasn't sure, like, if it was going to get bigger and actually turn into a building or something. It doesn't appear to be anything other than a dot. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a blue stick. It's the Quad City blue stick. It's an impressive Quad City blue stick, but it's one nonetheless. Alright, it's time to get back on course to our destination. I'm surprised we can't tune in to nav 2, 113.80. Should be close enough. Whoa. Our altimeter was off. I thought we were close to 4,000. We weren't. I just adjusted it and we're now at 2,400. What happened? Man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna catch this. Let's change this to 300. In a little reverse psychology. Instead of catching this one and intersecting with this, we're going to do it the other way around. Well, now VOR 2 is beginning to make some adjustments there. That's okay. We're closer to intersecting this than we were this, so that's why I decided to go for this. Ugh. Sometimes there's bridges and when they're over the water, but I don't think they make them out in these areas here. They're usually like in the cities, like the major cities when they work on those. Why is that going off course? We're not going off course. We're on the right side. Yep, we are in the cloud level. Well, let's see here. I was about ready to... Okay, that should be a good heading there. All right, let's go back to our reading and our learning of flight physics and aircraft control. We got plenty of flights and we have plenty of pages to go through. So, we're going to talk about lift. Lift is created by the wing passing through air. A cross-section of the wing airfoil is shown in figure 2. Alright, so there is figure 2 right there. The mean chord line, that's a diagonal line there that goes through that, is an imaginary line that extends from the leading edge to the trailing edge of the airfoil. It is further extended in figure 2. Relative wind is the airflow caused by passing the aircraft through an air mass. Relative wind is approximately opposite to the flight path. Angle of attack is the angle between the relative wind and the mean chord line. Figure 3 illustrates these terms in level climbing and descending flight. Okay, so here is figure 3. So you can see how it's talking about level flight and how the how that lift works there, descending. How that's pointed out. See that? Checking my radios here. Note that the angle of attack does not have the same meaning as aircraft pitch attitude. The angle of attack in figure 3 is purposely the same in all 3 examples, level climbing and descending flight, so as to emphasize this difference. In actual flight, your angle of attack will often be different during different phases of the flight. In order to understand how lift is produced, we must explore the theories of Bernoulli and Newton. Bernoulli addressed the conservation of energy in fluid flow. Assuming a constant density, no compression, of the fluid, Energy is held constant by decreasing pressure with increasing velocity, or conversely, by increasing pressure with decreasing velocity. This incompressibility assumption holds nearly true for airflow as well. At least at the low speeds flown by light aircraft, the classic graphic illustration of this theory usually depicts a tube of varying diameter, which is figure 4. And that would be right down here. Looks like a vein or something. It's lower altitude here. Figure 4 shows an enclosed tube with airflow. Mass flow with the enclosed tube is the same at all points since the air cannot escape. An incompressible fluid or low-speed airflow must increase velocity at the narrow point to maintain mass flow. That's that thin point right in here. That's that thin point in here. If energy is to be conserved, then an increase in velocity, kinetic energy, must be balanced by a decrease in pressure, potential energy. Figure 5 illustrates airflow past an airfoil at a positive angle of attack. Yeah, I'm like, what happened? Alright, so here is figure 5. Alright. The airflow over the top of the wing has a higher velocity than airflow under the wing, and consequently a lower pressure. The basic rule in physics states that when an imbalance exists, a force will result tending to relieve that imbalance. In the case of our airfoil, this force is directed upwards from the higher pressure to the lower pressure. This force is known as lift. So in this top figure right here, it says lift force attempting to relieve pressure imbalance, and then it talks about on the other one higher velocity, lower pressure above, and lower velocity, higher pressure underneath that thing. Anyway, that is our flight physics lesson for today. Thank you for joining us. See ya! Okay, let's adjust our heading here. Okay, so I think that's the river before we get to Iowa City. It's like, come on, box, stay over there. So this river right here, I think we've already passed over this. Maybe not, but I think, I think just looking at that river. So I think this is what we're coming up towards. And we're at the 300 radio of this, Cedar Rapids, right? 117.60. So 330. We should be coming up in this direction. No. Yeah. Heck, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, yeah. We're coming up this direction like this. so we can intersect with this. So yeah, we're coming up this way, and there's this curve that's going off like this. And if we take this off, I think that's what this is here. Can't see my mouse. I think that's what this is right here. Well, did we load anything? No, that wasn't the right button to hit. Yep, there's our other river, the thicker one. So that is the secondary river. The one behind us is the one that forked off. If you remember, we talked about that in the last episode. So we are headed in the right direction. So, what do we have here? Let's talk about what I've got. So, as you know, we're doing the flights for the other simulators, 5.1. Now, at the moment, I happen to be recording all of these Flight Simulator 2 videos at once. It's kind of like when working, you kind of want to do them as a group all together, and not just kind of like do this and then change. And so it's kind of helps me keep focus on the Flight Simulator 2 by doing a group of them together, and then splitting them out to the different episodes. But anyway, so I'm showing you this now, but I probably already have it installed for the Flight Simulator 5.1. And I might actually have the Flight Simulator 95 going by this time. I don't know yet, but it's this Rio ATC. And I got this off of eBay. It's fully Flight Simulator 98 compatible, but we're not going to use that because we have another program for that. If you've been watching my Flight Simulator 98, you already know what that is. It's ProFlight 98, which once you start using this, it's like you can't use anything else. This makes it so much more cooler. But this ATC, this one here, is for Flight Simulator 5. I didn't even know they had one for Flight Simulator 5. And so I had read the instructions on it, and so it works. It works like an adventure, and it works based on what comm radio you're tuned into. Now, it's not the level of detail like ProFlight 98. So this is, it kind of goes in sequence or something like that on how you have the radios tuned in, something like that. But still, I mean, it's nice. But I'll read the back here. The incredible world of digital air traffic control and automatic weather FX. Real ATC and weather FX like you've never heard or seen before on a PC. Actually hear the sounds of other air traffic talking all around you like never before. Fly the latest all-new Pro Boeing 757. This is by Papa Tango. Papa Tango brings you a whole new level of realism and adventure for Flight Simulator Windows 95 and FS 5.1. Now receive instructions from and give commands to Flight Simulator's ground, tower, approach, departure, and center airport facilities anywhere. Actually hear the sounds of digitally mastered real ATC on any one of up to 20,000 different flight combinations. Or you can free fly with your radio set to receive the sound of real air traffic to accompany any one of thousands of flights. Actually see the weather change as you fly with Real Weather FX. Fly into a storm and out into clear skies. Take off in low cloud and land in dense fog at your destination airport. At last, your whole world will come to life with the sounds of real ATC and the sights of Real Weather FX like never before. And this comes with scenery too. So you have, 13 new Pro Series Boeing 757-200 ER extended range aircraft. You have a Stuttgart airport, highly detailed scenery. All new Flight Simulator airports, all with superbly crafted texture real layouts with hundreds of static textured aircraft for many international major world airports. What's our I guess we better look at our altitude. We don't want to like land out in the grass. High ARTCC ATC, high altitude center to center communications, all new adventure and flight plan structure, and then there is a Windows 95 patch update. Flight shop is not required for Flight Simulator for Windows 95, but 5.1 users, it is required. But I don't think it's required for the whole thing. I think it's required only for certain things. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so I got this. I can't wait to get this going on 5. Actually, and I found a patch where you can use this with ProFlight 98 to give additional background chatter. I don't know exactly how that works, but I'm going to try to get that working. And then for Flight Simulator 98, I've got Flight Director 99. Well, I was looking for Flight Director 98. I actually have Flight Director 98. I can't find it. I've got the manual. I can't find the disc. I thought it was with the rest of my stuff. It's not. So where is it? I don't know. So with Flight Simulator, Flight Director 99, I've got navigation and weather enhancement. With this, it's upside down. So you got, I think this has got a moving map, GPS, EFIS displaying a flight plan. So it'll really make Flight Simulator 98 fun. Yeah, it's already fun. But just little things, you know. I'm just trying to collect some of these old things and trying to build these old simulators back up and make some videos. Not necessarily specific reviews of the products, but actually, you know, doing flights and using them and just reviewing stuff as we go. Showing people how it works. Show it in action. Kind of like Flight Simulator 2. We're showing it in action. Oh, look at this. This is changing. As a matter of fact, Okay, no, we haven't passed it yet. That means our airport is over here. Somewhere. I'm changing that VOR. Think. No. Yes. Two 70. I think 268 is gonna. Take me a little too far off course. Remember our intersection point here. It is right here, right about here. Catching here and here, so we should be intersecting right around here. And here's that river. We passed it, so we should be right in here. I mentioned this in another video that I've got Flight Simulator 95, which I've not played because I had 5.1, and then I got 98 after that, and I've been debating if I was going to do a series on Flight Simulator for Windows 95 because it's essentially the same as 5.1, I think. I think I think there's like a few differences with it, just minor. But I think I will do it. And the question is, am I going to be able to get it to work? Right now, in order to do Flight Simulator 98 and at least get it to work properly, I've got to do it in VMware. So, on Windows XP. So I'll do the same thing. I think that's our airport. Yep, there it is. There's our airport. Now this is where we use our GPS here. Our radar. Too close. Alright. really hard to determine where that runway is at. Well, one's going this way, the other one might be over here. That's why we're going to keep an eye on this. I think we need to slow down though. Let's put down one thing of flaps. Slow down. How's the radar looking here? Not seeing the airport yet. Did I say not seeing the airport? Not. Oh well, not seeing the airport in the map view, radar view, whatever you want to call it. 270, what 275, which means if we turn this way, I think this is the runway right here. Let's tune in the 108.8. 7.6. I'm going to tune in the port city, so that is 108. I want to see where we're at. Three, 2, 6. We're close. Still don't see it here. Huh. Another thing of flaps. This little knob here, I think, is the runway. Oh, just waiting for it to show up here. Just not seeing it. I have no idea if I'm lined up. I don't even know where the runway is at. There's like, it's like something sticking out right there, and I think that's it. No, that can't be it, because if we face... I don't know. Oh, yes, I see it. Okay. Okay. Other thing of flaps. We are getting closer. Trying my best to line up here. We have that wind that's kind of pushing us too. And since we don't have very much speed, it's kind of blowing us off course a little bit. Close to the runway. Alright. So this should be the airport. This should be Iowa Municipal. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. Cedar Rapids is 25 miles away. Yeah, no, this is it. I'm pretty sure it is. Well, in case you have any doubts, let's look up the coordinates, because that's always kind of fun to do. Alright, so, can't quite see it here. Whoops. There it is, right on the top there. 17101 15405. Check our, so 17102 15403. So we are here. And we got some fuel, and we moved over here because that's just how it goes whenever we go into edit and go out. We'll just kind of zoom in here. It's a 3 runway. See, just runways, no taxiways on this one. Okay, well, that is it for this flight. I appreciate you tuning in. Oh my goodness, this is another hour-long video. But the next one shouldn't be too long because we're going from here to Cedar Rapids, which really is not that far. I'll show you on the map. This is going to be a very short trip. So, right there, from here to here. So that'll be a nice break. Nice little short little hop. And you can see we got this. No, we don't. I thought we had Cedar Rapids tuned in. 117.6. Let's tune that in. Let's see how far away it is. 117. We don't know. At least not yet. Maybe when we start getting the move, we'll find out how far away it is. Yeah, I don't think it's far. So, alrighty. Well, thanks for hanging with me on this flight. And if you stuck with me, then you learned some interesting things during the flight, some things that I talked about. But hope to see you on the next flight, and hope to see you on the other simulator videos as well. All right, thanks, and we'll see you later. And if you had fun watching this flight, then you might enjoy watching the same flight on one of these other simulators. It's a great way to compare the difference between them, but it's also a nice way to relive some old memories, or make some new ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around in the wild blue yonder.